Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View looking through the weekend. It is looking rather a mixed picture with some dry weather out there, but also some heavy and thundery downpours. One area that we're watching is developing over northern France during the early hours of Saturday, and that's set to bring some torrential rain and thunderstorms up the Pennines through Saturday daytime. Saturday morning starts off with some showers out toward the west coast of Scotland, but a good part of the Highlands sees dry weather to start the day and will stay dry for most of the morning. Rain, though, is gathering across northern England and the borders, some bursts of rain already running northwards quite early in the day. The more intense zone developing around the Peak District, maybe just toward the east of here in the morning hours, and that will fill in further up the Pennines as we head onwards into the middle of the day and the afternoon. The risk of some sustained torrential bursts with hail and the risk of flooding in places. Bursts of rain moving into the eastern parts of the Highlands increasingly through the middle of the day, and that whole zone of wet weather is extending further westwards across the Highlands with time and just setting in further for more prolonged heavy rain. The risk of some thundery bursts too getting across the borders into the central Highlands as we head later in the afternoon. Further westwards across Scotland, though, escaping drier for longer, but here even the risk of some bursts of rain developing later. For Wales, one or two showers may pop up, but a largely drier and brighter picture with some sunnier spells coming through and cloud bases lifting. Some gusty winds around locally toward the north and northeast of the Highlands in particular, and around bursts of rain. Temperatures will be on the fairly warm side and feeling quite humid. Taking the story onwards in 3-hour time steps here now into Saturday evening and night, and some sustained heavy and torrential rain across the eastern and northeastern portions of the Highlands, less out toward the west. That rain will continue most likely into Sunday across north and eastern Scotland. Some very wet conditions here, again a risk of some flooding developing in places. Another zone of rain pivoting up into Wales through the night into early Sunday. Some heavy and torrential rain here as well, and that will rotate its way northwards through into northern England with time on Sunday. A variable mix then for Sunday. You'll do well if you stay dry for too long. Northern England, southern Scotland, best chance in the morning of escaping dry, but here some heavy and thundery rain getting going with time into the afternoon, and variable thundery bursts pushing their way westwards across the Highlands too through the daytime, and some thundery showers across Wales, all drifting around slowly under this general zone of low pressure. That will be the theme onwards into the start of next week as well. This low will broadly pivot over the top of us, so for a few more days, slow-moving heavy showers, thundery bursts forming particularly into the afternoons, but some places escaping with windows of drier weather as well. The wind often light, with temperatures staying on the fairly warm and humid side, and that'll be the way for a couple of days forwards at least through next week. Pick your dry moments carefully. Do watch out for those changing conditions though through this weekend. That is your Fleeting View. Thanks for watching.